Hello everyone and welcome back to Super Mario Odyssey. In the last episode we came here to the, Luncheon, the Seaside Kingdom in order to clean up the moon rocks here. This time, I really thought you'd be able to get these in here. I guess not. I guess we're doing it manually then. This time we're going to be finishing up here before heading over to the Luncheon Kingdom. So we start off here, where if we dive down to the bottom of this glass, we will see next to the painting, there is a moon. There's also, you'll notice, another moon on the outside. So, to get that, we simply, as easy as we swim up to the top, and hop down, and there we go. 2 already. Great start, and we'll continue with grabbing a rabbit. Oh, look at that, we killed him immediately. That might be the fastest we've ever got 3 moons. Brilliant. Now we need to head over here. We've largely done that. Oh, there's one more there. Oh, no, that's different. Cool. We'll deal with that later. That's a bird traveling, I'm pretty sure. Yep, because it's moved. I'm actually waiting till he's right at the end to track him down. What we want to do is head into this underwater maze and get these various ones here. I'm being quite efficient here. Ow, he says boot himself in the face with a Koopa Trooper. But you don't particularly have to be. There we go. With that done, let's grab the moon for taking notes in the underwater maze. And we need to warp to the Lighthouse. Now our target here is this scarecrow here, which gives us a cool little jump to do. So what we have to do is just do a long jump, and then turn that into a dive, and pretty good, we're there. Brilliant. God, I am caning through these. This might be another short episode. I'm really curious to see, because I haven't actually edited any of these yet. I'm curious to see, other than, like, I know some of them have only been about 18 minutes. Like, I've edited at this point up until the Sand Kingdom. The first one in the Sand Kingdom, but I haven't gone beyond there. So I'm genuinely curious about how these ones work up, because in practicing, I kind of deliberately timed it so that some of these were a bit more conservative on the timings, as in I timed it for what felt like 20 minutes to like 25 minutes to 30 minutes, and they still came out at like 20 minutes, because I think I went through these much faster in recording than I did in practice, but I don't really want to alter my timings for practicing, like how much I get done in an episode, because then if I try and do more stuff in an episode than I had planned, then I tend to throw my timings for future episodes. Also, completely not been talking about what I've been doing here. So we're in another kind of like rotating maze nonsense. Except this one's full of spinies, which actually makes it legitimately quite difficult. Because these guys are impossible to kill. They will constantly follow you. And yeah, there's a couple of spots where you can like bin them into a floor hole. But that's about it. Other than that, they're always there. And they're always just coming straight for you. Bollocks. Or I can die that way too, which is pretty cool. Oh, I bloody died again. I got a moon shard, but it did me in. So our final shard is over here. He says, there we go. Yeah, it's the fact that there's nothing you can do about the spinies, and the game has positioned them annoyingly, so they always tend to end up where you don't want them to be. Like, I could rotate around to get that heart there, but the heart will come with a spiny, which will be the worst. But with that, let's grab the moon, and now we need to, once again, warp up to the top of the lighthouse. Most of them, as you can see, are kind of clustered around here. So from here, we have this thing here, which we can spin Cappy on. It's a chimney? Why does a lighthouse need a chimney? I suppose if a lighthouse has like a fire in it. Let's grab that. We now want to head basically straight up north, and there is... Oh, no, I've actually overshot it slightly. It's the advantage of the map that you can kind of use it to see where shit is. He says, oh yeah, there we go, it's in here, is a glowing patch. Brilliant. We now want to head up and slightly, I think, this way. Again, the map should actually reveal to us. No, it's over there. Yeah, that's only the bird left. Cool, brilliant. Wow, we have really caned through these. I thought this was going to take a lot longer than it was. Or maybe it just has been surprisingly long. I don't know. I can't estimate when I'm doing this much rapid cutting and rapid gathering. So there we go. The bird I recommend being the final thing you do in this kingdom. Because it's handy to have the map to see exactly where the bird is. We have got a dark art to do here as well, but I'm going to get the bird first. So, where is it at the moment? It's over there. Cool, let's head towards that. The bird never flies that high, so I would recommend using the Gushings just because otherwise you really can't cross the ground fast enough to actually chase down this bird. So, and this is such a big level that actually waiting somewhere to, like, hit it on the way past, you'll be waiting for bloody ages. So this is the easiest way of doing it, I find. The final thing we're going to do, as mentioned here, is the dark art. So the dark art has a very specific pattern for us. Start at Torquetu. The parasols will give it away as the Seaside Kingdom, by the way. They're only in this kingdom. So we start at Torquetu, go north to... Wow, we go Torquetu, binoculars, parasol, gateway. So let's start at Torquetu. There he is. Right, speed her on, please. We start by going then north to the binoculars. East to the parasol. Then south to the gate. Fact of it is, you can actually just come straight here and ground pound here and the dark art will be there, but I figured it would be fun to go in the spirit of the thing. With that, we are done here. So, let's juice up the Odyssey. Are we actually done here? Yes, we are done here. I have a bit of a habit, as you may know, of not collecting fucking moons properly when I'm in the Seaside Kingdom, so quite frankly, I'm sure I can be excused for perhaps an abundance of caution. Let's juice up. And then let's head over to the Luncheon Kingdom and break open that moon rock. So there's actually surprisingly few in here. I guess there's a bit of a trade-off between the kingdoms that had a lot of stuff post-game, of which this one had a fair bit, and then they tend to have less moon rock, whereas like the Seaside Kingdom and I guess the Snow Kingdom as well had a lot less stuff post-game, so had more stuff post-moon rock. Anyway, we'll start off up here where a moon pipe has developed. And so this one is all very lava-based. So we need to kind of follow along with this thing and basically the advice is use lava bubbles where you can, but understand where you can't use lava bubbles and use the platform on those bits. So I'm going to head over here and I should be able to make that. There we go. This is a bit of a tricksy one. Note the moon is up there. So we need to leave our host at the peak of that. And that gets us flying over the lava islands. Wonderful. Then we want to get back onto this thing because we need to get onto this kind of section to the north, which we absolutely can't do on our own. And also remember, this is a grated thing, so lava bubbles can absolutely fly up through it. But you'll notice this thing is on a collision course to the Nonsense waterfall. So let's grab ourselves a bubble. There we go, cool. That was looking a bit close. And from that, we can just head into the final cannon. And leave it here. Brilliant. Let's grab ourselves the second moon there, and we are all good. So, let's head to Peronza Plaza. And it's time to do an annoying dark art. So this is a spot the difference one, and there's two very busy pictures here. Your trick is in the top right, next kind of right from the stew pot, is a cyan-coloured Volbonen. He's not there on the left, he's there on the right, so he's the trick. So let's head over to him. Or more importantly, over to where he isn't, and ground pound there. He says. There we go. And that gets us another bit of dark art. Let's head now to the path to the meat plateau. And straight away, we have to the right here this kind of ramp. Head up here, and just ground pound this furthest kind of salt crack. And there we go. Found a crack in the hard ground. Wonderful. We now need to grab a bubble, so let's head over here. Oh, God, it took forever for me to fall and stop there. Whew. Then this next one, yeah, is just a little bit out of the way of we need to come around here. And we can see a shadow here of what we want, which is underneath that kind of arch there, under the meat plateau. With that, let us indeed warp up to the meat plateau. With no more meat there. We'll never see that meat catcher again. Literally the only capture you only get once in the game. There are some you only get a couple of times, but meat is the only one you get the once, and then triggers a cutscene, and that is it forever. Mildly interesting. Anyway, down here. Now we get... Oh, no. Great start. Now we get to play around with sconces a lot. There's some kind of cool platforming here, because you use these, like, things that shoot you upwards. And I would recommend, while you can just do this whole level on foot, the bonus moon is got by getting to the end, having lit all of the sconces. So I would recommend doing basically this entire thing as a, what are they called? Fire bro. My head was like, say sconce bro. They're not called sconce bros. That would be the stupidest name. Let's light that sconce there. I do love the word so much. I can't explain why, but it's so good. Then the final one we need is, as you can see, it gives us a little platform here to aim off for and hit this final sconce. And that gets us the sconce moon. I swear I'll stop saying it soon. Soon. Not now, though. Once again, a nice chance for me to get 2 moons basically on top of each other, which I always appreciate. Never actually checked what the closest time I've gotten them is, but that must be up there, certainly. With that done, let's head over to the Volcano Cave entrance. We'll grab ourselves one of these bubbles that's here, because it'll just make this bit a bit faster to cross rather than having to fanny around in a retro section and then rolling on the cob. And head into another secret. Third in this one. So this is the little lava platform thing. This one also very much has a Mario Galaxy feel. I guess it's just because there wasn't really much like this, because they were like all of these sections that could have been like this in Sunshine were, floodless sections. Whereas, yeah, this kind of like you're sitting on a thing that slowly trundles through a level has strong galaxy energy for me. I'm having a bloody shocker here. I was just coming up here to try and get some... Oh! Piss! I wasn't coming up here to try and get some piss. I was coming up to try and just get some extra coinage. Though we are nearly on 999 coins. Which is pretty good, because we'll need that for something before too long. Not costume related, because I've actually bought all the costumes I need off camera, haha. Which is only 2 more, actually. No, something far funnier. Well, not funnier, just cooler for the end of the game. Oh, I'm having a rough one here. I need to grab this quickly. I'm gonna not make it, I think. Volcano Cave and the Mysterious Cloud. Let's see if I can make it actually back to the lift in time. Oh, no. There we go. Cool, we're fine. That was actually a pretty pimp bit of platforming there, if I do say so myself. And with that, we can just get the one we're supposed to get at the end, which is through the Volcano Cave. Volcano Cave Cruisin, even. Now, we're very nearly done here. We've got 3 more to go, one of which, as you can see, is free running. So we'll start at the top of the peak climb. Now, from here, we will just grab ourselves a bubble, and what we're aiming for is over on the left here. There is a glowing spot here. Ground pound it. Ground pound it. Put my emphasis on the wrong syllable. And there we go. By the cannon, point at the big pot. Our next one is down there. I don't think I can actually make the jump from here, so I'm going to get a little bit closer. But this one's fun to kind of descend down to. So here, I believe we can make the shot if we do a long jump, followed by a cap throw. Wonderful. Oh, nailed it. And then look at that. We drop down to exactly where I need to be for free running. The trick for free running is exactly the same as the last time, which is start off by doing a long jump to the right, and then you'll pretty much have all the time you need on Golden Boy to get to the top. As I learned last time, the challenge is absolutely just the platforming of the level, not actually racing it, so this will probably take me a while, because I suck at the platforming of the level, apparently. But timing shouldn't be an issue, he says confidently. Oh, great start, Doctor, great start. There we go, nice and straightforward. And it's slower than my previous time, by 5 seconds actually, but still beats Golden Boy quite comfortably, so let's just grab the moon for that. And then we're done. We've done the Seaside Kingdom and the entirety of the Luncheon Kingdom this episode, because the Luncheon Kingdom is not very big. I'm missing one. Troubling. Where the Cool, let's go and get that one then, I guess. That's the nice thing about the map, at least. Before I sit here and congratulate myself for how fast I've done it, though this final one is also tiny. If we head down here... Oh, piss. What the... Why didn't my jump work? Or did I just not actually press it? That's far more likely than my controller had a sudden malfunction, isn't it? This is the final one we need, is just here. And then with that, let's go and juice up. And I think we'll end up with the Ruined Kingdom, because the Ruined Kingdom is like the Cloud Kingdom, it's tiny, so we can just squeeze it in the end of the episode. As I say, I don't think these end up being particularly long episodes. I mean, I've only been recording for 20 minutes, and I know I've cut some stuff, so definitely we'll finish off in the Ruined Kingdom. Let's open up that moon rock. So only a handful appear, as is probably not that surprising. So we'll start off with that one that's right next to the Odyssey, the 2, which is obviously a moon pipe. And a case of, I think the only other place other than right at the end of the Moon Kingdom where you actually see a charging chuck. Note him there. What we need to do here is, well, ignore the fucking mummies because they're particularly irritating. But we'll soon have a nice way of dealing with them. We don't for now. But if we free this guy, straight from one prison into another, we free him, but then repossess him. We now have, obviously, access to a charging chuck, which is a lot of fun. And we can just smash straight in here and get this moon. The second moon for this one is a bit not obvious to get. What we have to do is head down here, and we have to crack into the Mummy King's stash, which is under here. But once you get under here, there's a fucking shit ton of coins. Not that it matters, because we're now on full coins. This angers the Mummy King, and the Mummy King appears up here. Note he's there, and he's glowing. He will only do this if you raid his stash. Ground pound him, and you will release the moon from him. That's a really tricky one to spot how to do, and the map won't help you here because you're inside a secret area. Very sneaky. Now outside we've actually got a dark art to do here, which is, if we bring up the dark arts, Poochie here is sniffing at this little bit. And this is indeed right in front of his ear. The kind of scar and the black metal should give away it's not really going to be anywhere other than the Ruined Kingdom, frankly. It's actually right here is one of our final dark arts. Actually, I think there's only one more to go. Maybe 2, but I think it's just 1. Well, you'll know from the visualizer, so I don't know why I'm bothering to waste time thinking about it. From there, we need to head up here. I think there's one more we want to do here. Yeah, you can actually see it's on the map underneath me here. We just want to do this before heading over to the Ruined Dragon himself. It's on top of this. Wow, the top of the Odyssey is getting absolutely massive now. It does inflate with each moon, so that's why it's getting so big. With that, let's head up to the Ruined Dragon himself, who I really think isn't used enough in this game, because he's just sitting here again. If you talk to him, he just says his usual, "So tired." So it's just, yeah, bit of a waste. We're going to head up first, and on his left horn, well, actually it's his right horn, I suppose, but we're looking at it, stage left horn, is a little cappy spinning point. God, you have to get surprisingly close to the edge, don't you? I think the Ruined Kingdom as a whole is like, could have a bit more done with it. I know they wanted to do a lot more with the Ruined Dragon. There's some concept art of Bowser riding the Ruined Dragon in a boss fight, and in that concept art, the Ruined Dragon looks a lot more kind of like a kind of serpent-like Asian dragon than it's ended up looking. So I strongly suspect that he was supposed to be part of the boss fight at the end of Bowser's Kingdom. Here we have a rolling rock, and this one takes absolutely forever unless you know the trick, which is bring it to this other rock and smash it into it, and it will crack immediately. It will take about 50 kicks otherwise. It's incredibly time-consuming. So, there we go. We are now done in the Ruined Kingdom as well as the Luncheon Kingdom and the Seaside Kingdom. Even so, I'm curious about whether this episode has hit 20 minutes, because I've only been recording for 24. Maybe I've cut a lot. No, maybe I've not cut a lot, but I think I have. Either way, we'll juice up here, and we will end here. So thank you everyone for watching. Next episode, we're going to be doing the final 2 kingdoms, with moon rocks in them, which is Bowser's Kingdom and the Moon Kingdom. 2 more episodes to go. We've got that one, and then we've got 1 episode of everything else. Hope you'll join me then. Thank you very much, and good day.